All right, so in the sea of plastic packaging, hype, lying products at the grocery store, desperately saying, buy me, flashy, yummy, healthy, natural. Natural, by the way, means nothing. You probably know that. The word means nothing legally. So organic does mean something. But first of all those products, the best products are the ones often, Michael Pollan says this, that are least marketed. So carrots, apples, they don't have these huge billion-dollar ad budgets from fancy ad agencies like Crispin Porter Bogusky. Crispin Porter Bogusky, CPB, they get paid to promote, Pizza Hut or Starbucks or something like that. Those are the companies that have the budgets to throw money to get us to put stuff inside of us. So if you're putting something inside of you, hopefully it doesn't have poison in it, right? It's pretty basic, but most foods do. So unless they say organic, they are not certified to be poison-free. Pesticides is a fancy word for poison. So number one, the best products come from Mother Earth. Why? Because she puts them in packaging that goes back into Mother Earth, like apples or bananas. And two, they're real food. They have one ingredient. So Michael Pollan's rule is basically if it's 3 ingredients or less, 4 ingredients or less, you're good to go. His 3-word thing is 3-line rule for eating is eat food, as in real food, with 4 ingredients or less. Not too much. Don't eat too much. Even though eating too much of a good thing is not a good thing. And mostly plants. I skinned my hand today. Sorry about that. It's the active boulder lifestyle. All right. And you should see my knee. It's even worse. All right. So of all the companies and all the hype, there's only a couple that I can truly say I love. All right. So number one would be my buddy's Ritual Chocolate. There's a lot of great chocolate companies that actually pay their farmers well. Fair trade is my favorite. Direct trade often means nothing, often means a lot. So it's all over the map. It can be better than fair trade. It can be worse. It can just be a hipster bullshit term, or it can be amazing. They're actually going to the farm. They know the family. They're paying them, and everything's great. So Ritual is one. I also love them because it's, talk about a kind of pure product. They're actually making their own chocolate. 90% of chocolate is just kind of bulk chocolate bought from wherever. It's all mixed together. That is a literal percentage. It's something like 90%. So unless you're buying one of those fancy chocolates, you're just getting kind of the same old crap. So chocolate is worth investing in, as is coffee. It's the same kind of deal. Number two, I love Ritual because it's foil, which is recyclable, and paper, which is compostable or recyclable. So there's no plastic. Plastic is bad. Plastic is basically a toxic thing that never, ever goes away. Your grandchildren, when they have grandchildren who have grandchildren, they'll still be on the same planet as the plastic sample cup that you might have used yesterday, or that I might have. So I try and avoid that stuff. All right, that was number one, unplanned. Number two, raw balls. Sounds like a joke. It's a great marketing name. They're these healthy raw balls. They're kind of like granola, little Cliff Bar snacks. They are raw, and they are balls of goodness. So I just saw them today at Bike to Work Day, and I said, I don't want them. I'm vegan. I probably can't have them. They said, oh, they're vegan. Go for it. So I said, I don't really want it. I didn't really say why, because I didn't want to be rude, because they're covered in plastic, all plastic. And they said, oh, it's not plastic. It's actually compostable. Not only is it compostable, which means almost nothing, it's home compostable, meaning you can toss it in your backyard and 10 days later it's gone. That's their claim. So raw balls is on the list. Find them at your local grocery. All right, Nature's Path. They make cereal. They make K-Pasta chips, which as a eco-bachelor, I live on them. Nachos make up half of what I am, for better and worse. So Nature's Path, K-Pasta, great company. There is some plastic there. They're, I think, 100% organic as a company, and they really care. I interview them. You can see my interviews on youtube.com/Waylon H. Lewis, and get to know that it's a family-run company and get to know them. All right. I love Amy's. Amy's is, I think, 100% vegetarian company, and they're one of the very few. So here's something, great takeaway for you. Don't buy canned food. Canned food is all BPA lined. BPA is one of maybe 18 kinds of plastic in there. So Amy's is one of the very few, like Eden and a couple others, who's got rid of the BPA in their cans. So Amy's is good to go. I love their chili. That said, there still is lots of other plastic stuff in the lining, so it's far from perfect. But Amy's is trying. Great company. I think they do a lot of organics, and they definitely do a lot of vegetarian, and it's healthy. It's good stuff. All right. Who else do we love? I'm kind of forgetting. There are others on the list. Such a bad boy. Well, I'll just end with two that aren't exactly food companies, but they are obviously food companies. So Whole Foods gets made fun of a lot, gets called Whole Paycheck, but they've done a lot of innovative things, like putting GMO on their labeling before anyone, before the government. They get rid of the bovine growth hormone, cows getting drugged up. They got rid of that. They have a lot of standards, and that's amazing for a public company to still have that much integrity. So I give Whole Foods a huge shout out. There's tons of concerns, I'm sure, about them, but they are giving loans to small natural products companies, which isn't just benevolent, it's smart, but that's great. You want your companies to be benevolent and smart. And then I love to shop at Vitamin Cottage, natural grocers, because they're so much cheaper than Whole Foods, or Alfalfa is where I also love to shop. Natural Grocers is in many places in the country. It's fantastic. It's all, I think the whole place is vegetarian. There's no meat, which for some of you is a bummer, but it's a great place to go. All the produce, the entire produce section is organic, unlike Whole Foods or others. I love them. So I guess we'll leave it at that. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I'll put it in the notes in the YouTube video and in the blog. Mwah.